The caretaker was about to leave because of a job transfer, so he chose to say goodbye to the two otters through a little game. But when the otters realized their caretaker was out of sight, they immediately grew anxious. The excitement they had for the game instantly turned into confusion and panic. At that moment, they finally realized their human had left. One of the otters especially couldn't handle this sudden goodbye. He would just lay on the ground, heartbroken, and sometimes he'd let out low, sad whimpers toward the other staff members, as if he was begging for the caretaker who raised him to come back. But in the end, that familiar figure never returned. All he could do was drown in sadness, eyes filled with tears. They tried to help him move on from those unforgettable days, but he was still trapped in those memories. His condition kept getting worse. The once cheerful, playful little otter had become quiet and withdrawn. Even when the new caretaker offered his favorite food, he didn't show the slightest interest, as if nothing in life mattered anymore. Why was he so devastated by the young man's departure? It turns out he had been an abandoned otter. Loneliness and helplessness made him extremely sensitive, fearful, and wary of everything, until one day, the kind caretaker brought him home, giving him warmth and comfort and gentle, patient care, slowly helping him open his heart again. To him, that caretaker was a light in his life, the one who gave him. But when he disappeared without saying goodbye, the little otter fell back into that deep fear of abandonment. That's why he couldn't move on for so long. One day, the two little otters were napping like usual when suddenly a familiar voice pulled him straight out of his sleep. He looked up and realized it was the person he loved the most coming back. He rushed over immediately, letting out little cries, his trembling voice filled with both hurt and joy. The next second, he wrapped himself around the guy's leg and wouldn't let go. Terrified that he would disappear again, he gently picked him up into his arms, kissed this clingy little fluff ball, and promised he would never leave him again. From that day on, the little one stuck to him everywhere he went, and slowly he turned back into that mischievous, goofy little self again. Even from a distance, the playful splashes came back, lively as ever. He and his buddy found their old rhythm and joy again. Countless visitors were drawn in by their charm and energy, and in his eyes, that spark of trust and attachment returned once more. The little one finally understood. The person who once gave him warmth had never truly left, and the smile he found again brought a softness back to the entire park. Maybe companionship is just like that. Even if you drift apart for a moment, as long as the heart stays true, you'll always find your way back to each other.